Thirsty, thirsty. We throw that around a lot, especially in colloquialisms and when we want to even throw shade and about someone saying, "Hey, you're thirsty," or whatever the case may be. Or it could just be straight up, "I need something to drink." Well, today, as we continue in our Matthew 25 challenge, and oh, by the way, you can see it on the screen, how you can be a part of the Matthew 25 challenge. Today, it's all about thirst. It's all about thirst. Now, how did it go for you on yesterday if you did it? Join over 150 life changers who are on this Matthew 25 challenge as we move toward Resurrection Sunday. And it's going to be all about choose to be chosen. It's a walk up. We always got something new and different to cause your spiritual formation to go to where the Lord wants it to be. So there you have it, right on the screen. Please do that, and you can connect. It's not too late. It's not too late. Let me greet some people, and then we're going to get into the text to talk. The takeaway this morning's manna: thirst, thirst, thirst. Let me greet some folk first, and let's make that move. Good morning, Liz. How are you? Elder Jan, how are you? Brenda, how are you? And Elder Jan, we're lifting up your family. We absolutely are. We're praying for them by name this morning. Good morning, Joel. How are you? Good morning, Dolores. How are you, homegirl? Good morning, Ari. How are you? And good morning, Dawn. How are you? Good morning, Sint. How are you on this morning? Gloria, how are you on this morning? Wendy, how are you? Thank you for being a part. Thank you for all the hard work you do with our children and children ministry. Hold on, keep working hard. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. It really is. It really is. People stepped up, and we just got to organize ourselves so that we can make sure that we make sure that our children have the same spiritual formation formula as we do. Good morning, Pamela. How are you on this morning? Ella, how are you on this morning? Francine, how are you on this morning? Ramona, how are you on this morning? Maritha, how are you? Lena, homegirl, how are you on this morning? Joel, how are you on this morning? Erica, my spiritual daughter, how are you? It is Holy Triumphant Tuesday of Passion Week. Let's not forget, we're going to be, there's a lot of seven last words or seven last sayings services throughout the metro. But I want to invite you to the one that I really believe is going to bless you. And it's the by state. That is, it takes in the whole region here in the St. Louis metropolitan area by state. We're going to be at Power of Change. Bishop Henry Phillips is hosting, and our steering committee is inviting you to be a part. It's going to be powerful, powerful speakers. Don't miss it. 12 noon. Good morning, Yvonne. How are you on this morning? Melanie, how are you on this morning? Cheryl, how are you on this morning? Now, if it's your first, second, or third time joining us, please let us know who you are, where you are, so we can shout you out. We really do want folk to know that you are joining us. Share it right now. Share it right now. Good morning, Alicia. How are you on this morning? Jewel, how are you on this morning? Lottie, how are you on this morning? My coach used to say, he used to have this whole thing about Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. I know he wasn't talking about you, but it just kind of rings that bell in my mind here. Good morning. Good morning to everyone that is here. We're talking about thirst. We're talking about thirst. And here is how you can get connected to Matthew 25 challenge. It's going to be going through all week long. And I just really want you to grab a hold of that and just take your phones or take this number down now, and then you can get a hold of what we're doing, because it's going to be a wonderful thing that is happening with our fast. Yesterday it was beans and rice, to connect us with what we're doing as we travel toward Resurrection Sunday. It's Holy Week. And we are walking in the footsteps of Christ, as well as those that don't have, in our fast this week. Join us. It's right on the screen. You know how to join us. Okay, it's the text to talk, the takeaway. It's all about thirst today. Thirst today. Matthew 25:42, the C portion, says this: I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. Let me share this story with you. As It relates to thirst. My family and I, we were on vacation, family vacation in Mexico. We were at Cancun. And Pastor Mo and PG2, they took this trip uh, up to see the ruins of Mexico. And it was an all-day trip. And they said when they got off the bus, there were some kids who were saying agua, agua. And they said they were asking for water. And they regret to this day, we talk about it as a family, that they had bottles of water, but because they didn't know how long it was going to take them to be where they were, and it was very hot, they didn't give them any water. And the kids just were coming up to them, agua, agua, wanting water. To this day, they regret not giving them some of their bottles of water. They had plenty. They had plenty. And that's what it's all about. Christ said, I was thirsty and you gave me no drink. He also said on the cross that he was thirst. I thirst. There are thirsty people out here all around us. And what do you plan to do about it? Here's the three things that I want you to grab a hold of. In addition to the bottle of water, he said he is the living water. He quenches all thirst. John 4:14. He said that to the woman at the well. They were at a well. They were at water. But at the end of the day, after she got the water, she still needed the water of Christ. John 4:14 says, he will quench it and you'll never have to thirst again. Here's the second thing I want you to grab a hold of. The water that Christ has for us, in addition to that bottle of water that we should be given physically, literally, is he says, you are planted by the tree. You are rivers. You are a tree planted by the rivers of water. I'll get it right in a minute. You're a tree planted by the rivers of water. What does that mean? The context of Psalms 1 is this. In Psalms 1, it gives us this whole understanding. And notice that even in Genesis, there are trees. And then in Genesis and in Psalms, they talk about a tree. And in Jeremiah, there's a tree. All the way to Revelation, there's a tree. And it's always planted. Because during those times, when it talks about being planted, when you were in an arid land, you will know that there was water underneath the ground that you were walking on when you saw trees. So even in an arid situation, if you're planted, he will then cause you to be refreshed with the water that is underneath. Here's the third thing I want you to grab a hold of. He is the water that forgives. He is the water that forgives. If you are dry and parched about things that are happening in your life, or someone has done something to you, then try Proverbs 25 and 21. Proverbs 25 and 21. So he says, if your enemy is thirsty, give them something to drink. If your enemy is thirsty, give them something to drink. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this. It's found in John 2:7. When the couple ran out of wine at the wedding, which was so embarrassing, Jesus' mother said, what are you going to do about this? And Jesus turned the water into wine. The sadness of the moment, the water was turned into wine to bring joy. That's what Jesus does. So in this time of fasting and praying this week, that we move toward bringing joy in the lives of those that don't have. And even those that have water, you can always give them the refreshing, the thirst quenching, the forgiving water of Jesus Christ. Share the man. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Join us. It's not too late in our Matthew 25 challenge. It's just water today, along with any meal that you have. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. And of course, we will be praying at 7:15. God bless you. Bye now.